Hello guys and welcome back to Ollie's on the Ball. Today this video is my WBBL 10 predictions. So cricket season's really ramping up and the Women's Big Bash League is about to start tomorrow as of time of publishing, so it should be exciting. And yeah, looking forward to a good season. So these are my predictions. I'll do a similar thing for Big Bash. But first we've got the WBBL. So in 8th place I have the Perth Scorchers. Last season they finished 3rd, so pretty good finish. Spring Challenge, which is, if you don't know, a T20 tournament organised by Cricket Australia to give younger players more of an opportunity, finished 9th. Internationals this year they've got Sophie Devine from New Zealand, Amy Jones from England and Dailan Hemalasa from India. Then they've got an Indonesian, I'm not even going to pronounce that name, associate player. So the ins are Michaela Hinkley from the Heat, Ebony Hoskin from the Thunder, and Carly Leeson from the Renegades. The outs are Teniel Peschel has gone to the Thunder. So, yeah, they're a pretty young team. Their internationals should help them a bit, but given the way they performed in Spring Challenge and the way they've been performing in WNCL as WA, I don't reckon they're going to finish up that high this season, so I reckon they'll finish in 8th spot. Next team in 7th, I have the Sydney Sixers. Last season they finished 5th. Spring Challenge they finished 8th. Internationals Amelia Kerr from New Zealand, Holly Armitage from England, and Sophie Ecclestone from England. Ians have got Courtney Sipple and Isabella Malaglio. Oh, sorry, I probably butchered that pronunciation. And then outs they've got Chloe Tryon, the South African who went to the Hurricanes. They had an okay Spring Challenge, but a bit like the Scorchers, didn't perform great. And I reckon it's going to be a bit of a development year. They will have the likes of Alyssa Healy back, hopefully for WBBL, but they'll still probably be down the bottom of the table. Next team is the Sydney Thunder. Last season they finished 4th. In the Spring Challenge they finished 6th. Internationals Shamari Atapatu from Sri Lanka, Georgia Adams from England and Shabnim Ismail from South Africa. In Georgia Adams strikers Georgia Vole Heat and Teniel Peschel Scorchers. Outs Lauren Smith's gone to the Hurricanes and Marizan Cap to the Stars. They've got a pretty young side with Phoebe Litchfield, I'm pretty sure, being the youngest ever full-time WBBL captain. They should go pretty well. Last year finished 4th, which was a pretty decent finish. I reckon they'll drop slightly, but still be in the mix for finals, but probably just miss out. In 5th place I have the Melbourne Renegades. Last season finished 8th. Spring Challenge 7th. Their internationals Hayley Matthews from the West Indies, Deandra Dalton from the West Indies, and Alice Capsey from England. Ians have got Alice Capsey, Nicole Fulton, Millie Illingworth, all from the Stars, and Naomi Stellenberg from the Hurricanes. Outs Jess Stuff from retired, and Ellen Falconer, Erica Kershaw, and Rihanna O'Donnell. Now they've got a pretty young side again, but Sophie Molyneux will be a crucial player along with Georgia Wareham, and I think they will rise up the ladder and just miss out on finals and have a pretty solid season. Now in 4th I've got the Melbourne Stars. Last season they finished 7th, so not a great finish, but Spring Challenge they finished 3rd. Internationals Yastika Bhatia and Deepti Sharma from India, and Marizan Cap from South Africa, so some pretty good internationals. Ins Maisie Gibson from the Hurricanes, Marizan Cap from the Thunder, and Hazrat Gill. Outs Nicole Fulton, Alice Capsey, Illingworth have all went to the Renegades. So they've lost a few experienced players, but they've also got a few experienced players. Pretty sure Annabelle Sutherland is captain. They've got Meg Lanning, who's going to be pretty key player, and she had a pretty good Spring Challenge, so hopefully she can continue that form. So I reckon they'll have a pretty good season. Make finals, and then, yeah, they'll be interesting to see how they'll go in the finals, which I'll reveal my predictions for that later. 3rd, Hobart Hurricanes. Last season they finished 6th, so not a great performance, but they did win the Spring Challenge, which should give them a bit of confidence going into the season. Internationals: Chloe Tryon from South Africa, Denny White-Hodge from England, and Lizelle Lee from South Africa. Ian's: Lauren Smith from the Thunder, Chloe Tryon from the Sixers, the international, Denny White-Hodge from the Scorchers, and Zoe Cook. Out: Naomi Stellenberg, Renegades, Maisie Gibson, Stars, and Shabnan Ismail, the South African, has gone to the Thunder. Now, Hurricanes, not a great season last season. The year before, they played well. They showed promise, but I reckon they're coming up off the back of a Spring Challenge win. I feel like they're going to play pretty well this season. Bit of confidence. First ever title for the Hurricanes franchise across both men and women, so pretty good for my team, the Hurricanes. But I reckon we'll have a pretty good season this year and finish a solid third. In second, I've got the Adelaide Strikers. Last season, they won the title, second year in a row. Spring Challenge, they finished 4th. Not a bad finish. Internationals, they've got Laura Woolvart from South Africa, Orla Prendergast from Ireland, and Smriti Mandana from India. So pretty good internationals. Ins: Ellie Johnston from the Heat, Maggie Clark, and Eleanor LaRosa. Out: Georgia Adams, the English international, has gone to the Thunder. Courtney Neal and Annie O'Neill and Ella Wilson are all out. So, coming off back-to-back titles, they'll be pushing for that three-peat. I think they're looking pretty strong. SA and WNCL have had a good start. They played pretty well in Spring Challenge and made it through to the semis, losing to the Heat. But I feel like they're going to be a pretty decent chance to push for a third title. So it'll be interesting to see how their season goes, but I reckon they'll finish second. First, I've got the Brisbane Heat. Last season finished second, runner-up to the Strikers. Spring Challenge, they finished second, runner-up to the Hurricanes. So they're a few seconds, but hopefully they'll break that. And Queensland comes second in the WNCL final, so disappointing for them, 3 finals losses, but hopefully for their sake they'll break that. Internationals: Nadine de Klerk from South Africa, Shikha Pandey from India, and Jemima Rodriguez from India. In Sienna Ginger, Ruby Strange, and Michaela Wrigley. Out: Georgia Bell's gone to the Thunder, Courtney Sipple's gone to the Sixers, Michaela Hinkley's gone to the Scorchers, and Ellie Johnston's gone to the Strikers. Yeah, too many seconds for their liking in their record, so I reckon they're going to break that mould this year, finish top of the ladder, and qualify straight for the final. Moving into the award winners, leading run scorers, Georgia. In 5th, I've got Meg Lanning with 367 runs. Number 4, Katie Mack from the Strikers with 404. Number 3, Lizelle Lee with 458 runs from the Hurricanes. Number 2, Beth Mooney with 472 runs from the Scorchers. Number 1, helping the Heat finish top of the ladder, Georgia Redman with 484 runs. Leading wicket takers, number 1, Amanda Jade Wellington from the Strikers. Number 2, Darcy Brown for the Strikers. Number 3, Sophie Molyneux from the Renegades. Number 4, Sophie Day from the Stars. And number 5, Molly Strano. Player of the tournament, I think Amanda Jade Wellington will win Player of the tournament. Unlucky not to be picked in the Australian squad for the World Cup, but I reckon she'll take 22 wickets and be pretty decent with the bat as well. Finals, the Eliminator and Challenger. So 3rd v 4th, we've got, which will be in Adelaide because Strikers finished second. Got the Stars going 6 for 164 off 20 overs, and I reckon the Hurricanes will chase it down with 3 balls to spare, 4 for 165, winning by 6 wickets. The Challenger, also to be held in Adelaide, Hurricanes will bat first, 7 for 152 off their 20, and I reckon the Strikers will comfortably chase it down, 2 for 154 off 18.5, winning by 8 wickets. And final, last year's final rematch, which will be in Brisbane as the Heat finish top of the ladder. Strikers batting first, 9 for 133 off 20 overs. Talia McGrath scores a 50, Katie Mack 34, Nicola Hancock 2 for 21, Shikha 2 for 29. Then the Heat in reply, 7 for 134 off 19.4, winning by 3 wickets with 2 balls to spare. Jess Johnson, 31, crucial, not out, crucial in the chase. Grace Harris, 29, not 29. Darcy Brown, 3 wickets, and Amanda Jade Wellington, a wicket. So I reckon the Heat will win the WBBL, but be interesting to see how the season goes. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching Ollie's on the Ball. Make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the content, as it would really help out the channel. But thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more videos, and see you next time.